Oh, yeah, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot on the docket today.
The best show for Chicago sports.
You already know what it is. Yeah. We back. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got the morning breeze back and better than ever. Hope that you all had a phenomenal late night. Enjoying Hard Knocks an hour and a half later. I'm sick of this, man. Oh, I was mad last night. But we did end up getting that Hard Knocks episode. We got to talk about the delay. Also, got to talk about what we saw in the episode. I mean, there was a lot of really good fun points. There was a lot of stuff from the family side, a lot of stuff from the football side. Thought there was a lot going on last night. That was very entertaining. And so we'll break all that down on today's episode of The Morning Breeze. Ladies and gentlemen, gotta have some fun with it, though.
Gotta have some fun.
Gotta have some fun.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have some fun with it. And as always, joining me, Jordan JC, and I guess surprising in the AM.
Bro, I told y'all I was gonna be back today.
I didn't know you were gonna be back at 6:30.
Right, I did think that.
Gentlemen,
He is back.
8/14/2024, and the Don is woke.
I can't do it without a hat. I look weird without a hat.
Right.
I look
good, bro.
First thing in the morning, look weird without. Gotta have a hat.
I'm not gonna lie, it was surprising to see you that early in the morning with no hat on. I was like, oh God, calm down, Plies.
Plies is crazy.
Calm down, Plies. Hey man, last night was interesting, boys. Last night was very interesting. By the way, shout out to the chat. We got the squad in the building.
Let's go.
We got Noah P in the building with a yurt. Walid Johnson. Walid. I'm gonna go with Walid. Marco Smith with a yurt. Big Bird Don's from Logan out here. 5 a.m. gang. Corey Swope's in the building. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and joining the show. Appreciate y'all tuning in and rocking with us. Let's jump into what the show, the start of the show, because listen, there was a lot of upset people on Twitter last night, and HBO. I'm gonna tell you this right now, HBO.
It's all their fault.
Y'all left up.
Shut us up.
Man.
There is going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot that, as a Bears fan, we will deal with. We will not deal with you postponing our Bears.
No,
so
sir.
I guarantee you, after Hard Knocks is over, there's going to be a lot of cancellations happening. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, dog. When you talk about some people were able to watch because it was streaming on TV. And by the way, to all the non-cord cutters, have your moment. Because it's the only moment you got. There's really never not a benefit to having streaming services. Because your TV also runs off the internet. So if your internet goes out, your TV goes out just like us. Not an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like there's really not an advantage to not cutting the cord. Like, and here's my thing. The reason why I cut the cord, I'm going to have HBO Max. I'm going to have Netflix. I'm going to have Hulu. I'm going to have all of these streaming services anyway because my wife likes all the shows that come on all these mugs. So why the heck would I double up on this month? Plus, I got a nice little connect with the homie to where we get.
Oh, you got a little inside
I
job.
I get a little YouTube TV connect, so I'm not spending nearly as much.
I ain't mad at it. The evil laugh is crazy.
But no, man, like I'm sure you guys were like me last night, just sitting there looking for this episode nonstop. I'm sitting there hitting the refresh. I played a full game of college football 25. I was like, I'm stressing, bro. I need to like go. I took it out on Alex. Alex had to get the vengeance. End up beating him in college football 25. I actually got Stefan the Don this week. He's got Vandy.
No.
We get some redemption. We get redemption, Rico.
I usually don't talk much to Pat on college football, but he been throwing that jab in there real slick.
Hey, what was the score? 40-something to 7?
No, it was 49-7.
49-7.
Hey.
I need to come back.
I'll finish my game though.
Hey, I feel
I
it.
finished my game though. Shout out, kid.
Nobody. Oh, well. Shout out, kid. Shifting the stray was crazy right there.
That was
I finished my game.
Hey,
he said kid ducking again too. He's not on the show here. He's ducking again. No, I thought last night was a good episode though. I think even starting it off right, the one thing that Hard Knocks does a really good job of is taking the guys who you think of as, I don't want to say icons, but kind of, I guess, right? Like the icon players, taking the guys who you think of as untouchable and really humanizing them. You saw the family aspect. By the way, did anybody know what the heck the museum of ice cream was?
Bro.
No.
So
I need to visit this.
Not at all. Yeah.
It's a cool place. Relish on relish
on ice cream. I love DJ Moore's face. Like, no, this is not good. Like they were like, it's pretty good, ain't it? And he was trying to like not absolutely slander this place on Hard Knocks because he was like, this is definitely gonna make the episode. But he bit into that mug and was like,
yeah, nah. He did a double take. Nah, I'm good.
Because his daughter was like, you like it? He's like,
you know what cracked me up though is it's the fact that like it was exactly what I would expect your reaction to be to putting relish on ice cream. Like it was, you know, normally it's like you throw them nasty combinations. You go, oh, it's not that bad. No, that's exactly the thing I would expect you to say. If you give me a wafer hot dog bun, some ice cream in the middle of it, and then you throw some relish on it, and just be like, it's an ice cream hot dog. No, it's not. This is ice cream with relish on it, dog. Nobody's eating.
That's a stretch.
Yeah,
a little bit of a stretch.
That was nice.
I'm good on that one.
I thought his daughter took the show. I thought that she was the star of the show. I could see acting in her future. I thought just seeing the family as a whole, the family aspect, and we get to see it up at camp all the time where they, after practice, they kind of rope off an area and they get to hang with their kids and do all of that stuff. It's really cool. And it really does, to me, it creates the human element of these guys where, yes, they are the greatest athletes in the world, right? The 1% of the 1% that can make the NFL. There's only 450 spots. But I think that, you know, at the end of the day, they still people. And I tell you what, going to a lot of these events, people forget that. People do treat them like doggone circus animals, sideshows. And I never forget being at the draft party and somebody just walked back into the draft room and was like, hey, DJ, can you sign this thing for me? And he was like, no, bro. And like his kids back there, his family back there, just walked up confidently. Like I was like, I don't have the anxiety. I don't have the mental fortitude for that. Like I'd have swung. You just gonna walk back there with my kids and stuff. Like I'm swinging, bro. Like I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And he has security to secure. I was like, swing on him. You know what I mean? Like foul. There you go. You get to see how certain people view these guys versus, you know, kind of seeing the human element of them on Hard Knocks. I thought that was really cool last night.
I like that. I like that element too, because not only do you have these great players that we've collected, you know, over this past off season. What is Noah talking about? What did he say?
Wish they showed day-to-day Davis on the run. Man.
Nah. Dude, that will ever be
bro, I'm telling you, everybody who saw him on them ropes, bro, was very upset.
Like, what kind of effort are you putting into this?
None.
No, just the family element. You know, you love to see that the authenticity of those guys, and it's not just you know. Sometimes you look at a show and you see are they putting on a little bit? No, this is natural for them. Like you mentioned, he's hanging around his kids. You know, at the draft day party. You know, those are things that are normal for him. And you want great players, but you also want great people off the field, and that's what I think we have a lot of. You know, and I'll get into it in a minute. Just the you know the element that Rome Odunze brings to the team as well, and you know his impact on younger people, even though he was a rookie. So yeah, you love to see it. I love that part of the video, the show.
Oh, Ringo, your mic tapped out.
Ringo, where you at?
Oh, Ringo. Boy, you know, you reset that soundboard. Ringo's back and his mic is not. All right, we'll let Ringo.
I can quickly just go back into what I was talking about with Rome, man. Rome really impressed me. I know he had a chance after a practice to speak to some ninth grade students talking about preparation and what it takes to truly be different, and better than your opponent or your peer is just the amount of practice and time that you put into something. He said, when you think about Kobe's quote, everything that you put into a game, you do 1,000 times in practice. You practice those shots. So when it comes to receiving the ball or routes or whatever, they're doing that 1,000 times. You want to be better than the next person or the guy that you're playing against, your buddy or whatever. That's what you got to do. And those habits start early. And I think that that's awesome to hear from somebody like a rookie like Rome, because that puts more confidence in what he could potentially be in this league as well.
No, yeah, and it's so funny because like I was watching practice yesterday, and seeing that quote on Hard Knocks last night. I was seeing Keenan Allen do things that I'm like, he's just making practice difficult for himself. He's making things harder than they need to be. He's adjusting to a football a certain way that he doesn't have to try and catch it. He's going through, but when you're doing that, when you're consistently practicing those things, give it the old test.
Is it good now?
Oh, there we go. All right, Ringo sounded good. When you're consistently practicing those things, when you're somebody said your mic was on Giants time. When you're consistently
Rodney, that ain't right, Rodney. Come on, man.
when you put yourself in those situations in practice, when you contort your body a certain way, when you attack a certain way, when you know what I mean, like doing those things, like, yeah, to me, the person who's not an all-pro level wide receiver, I'm looking at it, I'm like, he didn't have to catch football like that. But when you're in a game and somebody's trying to push you out of bounds and you need to get your feet in and you put your hands up and you still come down with the football, and you're like, how the heck did he make that catch? I think it's exactly like you said with the Rome Odunze situation of him quoting Kobe. I've taken that shot 1,000 times already.
Exactly. Yeah. It becomes easier and easier. What you got, Rigo?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna speak to the. I was just gonna speak to the fact. Yeah, I was just gonna speak to the fact that, like I said, Rome really impressed me yesterday, just off of the fact of talking to the young guys. But not only that, you see, the report that he's gaining with Caleb.
Yeah,
I absolutely. I think that gonna grow week to week. Him constantly talking to him about that same specific route. Even then, he told him yesterday when they got into the Bills game, he was like, "Hey, he was open 1-on-1. There was a couple of things that you could have did here, but as long as we keep working on that, you're gonna have that." So they're gonna keep totally building that rapport. And also, one thing that I also wanted to shout out, and in case nobody else did, Jalen Johnson's confidence
on another level
coming into this season is going to be so crazy. Like I have never heard that man talk like that in a minute. And look, they're going up against the best, and right now he feels like he's one of the best corners, and this is the type of energy that I'm expecting him to bring because he got left off that top 100 list. So I love it.
Yeah, when you hear the I'm telling you now, like when we were in the building, and I think it was Nicholas Moreno who asked about that. He was like, they cut which hold on, listen, I'm fine with a clean show and all of this. I don't mind, them not doing it, but Hard Knocks, that we cutting the cussing out. Like it's weird. Like that's how Hard Knocks is. It's the realness. It's the rawness. Like the Bears are like, we'll be on there, but no swearing.
Like that's what is that one of the McCaskey stipulations?
Oh, for sure, bro. Because Austin Reed came off after his sack and was like, "I'm killing this," and I was like, "We not letting that fly. We not letting that fly on Hard Knocks." I've definitely heard the N-word on Hard Knocks multiple times.
I think the McCaskey's making sure they only
said,
time
we don't
on
want anybody to know that we throw racial slurs around. Doesn't matter if you're the race or not. No slurs will be thrown on our network.
Not at all.
But no, I thought it was funny that, or not funny, but like when you see the confidence that Jalen is exuding, to me, this is the Jalen that we've always seen. But
Yeah.
When you have the numbers to back it up, you feel that much more confident.
Yeah, he definitely did. Hey,
not Austin Reed, my bad.
not
Austin Booker.
Austin Booker.
Austin Booker.
Austin Booker. Hey, oh yeah,
that's
hey,
totally
that is
different.
kinda
Okay,
match.
all right, totally
That's
different.
very
That's kinda match.
That's very different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey.
If Austin Reed said it, hey, no, call the dogs off. I meant Austin Booker, not Austin Reed.
Oh
Austin
my
Booker.
God. Call the dogs
If
off.
Austin Reed had said it, Austin Reed
this
coming
man
off.
gonna be in trouble, bro.
He might have to
Austin
get
Reed
cut the
coming
next
off
day.
the field after throwing that pitch to Ian Wheeler for a touchdown and just, I'm killing these niggas, man.
Oh,
Cut him.
he
Cut him.
just don't get into the building and just escort it out. What did I do?
Bro, I'd have just been like, whoa, buddy, what do you think this is? The Cincinnati Reds?
Oh.
But no, like,
That'll be a deep drive down.
no, that's a great catch there, Hayes. You gotta say the right name when you throw that out there, because two very different people with his two Caucasian parents sitting in the crowd. But no, I think that this is the confidence that we've seen out of Jalen Johnson the entire time. But when you have the numbers to back it up, like I said, there's a confidence there. There's a belief in yourself. And not to say there isn't always, but who can say something bad about it? Like, let's be real. Jalen Johnson was left off the top 100 list, a list
That's
voted
insane.
on by his peers.
Insane.
And he's probably a top 3 DB in the NFL.
Yeah.
If not top 2, in my opinion, based off of what we saw last season.
Yeah.
You would assume that lights a little bit of a fire under you. It, to me, you know what it is? It's like, now I think it's different nowadays because he's older, but like, it's like when Pat Bev called Chris Paul a cone, and then you go back and look at the games where like Chris Paul went up against Pat Bev, and it's like, he kind of was cooking you, dog. Like, I don't know if you can sit there and just sit here and call him a cone. Like he's not the reason in some of these games that you would take an L. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, he's not the catalyst, right? Oh, well, he didn't score 50. No, but he assisted on 50. Like, you know what I mean?
16 assists on you. Crazy.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, when it gives you a little bit of extra motivation when you have that moment. So I thought that was cool. I thought how they highlighted. Listen, hey, we got a Kid ain't here. And this is why Kid is mad. This is why Kid wanted to wake up so bad this morning, because Kid made a call yesterday that is absolutely unbelievable. He made this off air when me and JC were in there, just waiting for, we're packing up to get home because we thought Hard Knocks was gonna drop at 8:00. We were wrong. So we waiting to get home, or we running to get home right before Kid says, I really want to see if they dive into the Austin Reed story at all. And, kind of him not getting any snaps, but also him, how he came back in game 2 versus Buffalo. And I was like, Kid, listen, there's so much stuff happening up there. There's zero chance we get an Austin Reed interview. Bro, a whole segment, bro. This man got a whole segment, dog. Like, bro, it's almost like Kid was on the editing team, bro.
He's like, I know it's coming.
Bro, what a call. He did not say the N-word, but what a call, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I had to give Kid props. I texted him. I was like, dog, that's a pull right there. Like, to be able to just go, I can't wait to see if they dive into the Austin Reed story. And not only do you get it, but it's like this huge moment in the show. Austin Reed basically takes over a good part of episode 2. I thought it was cool that they gave Austin Reed his moment in the sun.
Are we debating whether or not this is still a quarterback competition for the third rank quarterback?
Well, no.
Because with Brett Ripien, that
Brett Ripien is going to get through. He's going to get third.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I forgot about something that they did bring out in this episode that was interesting is I forgot about the new quarterback rule that they brought in. And you heard DJ and Caleb bring that up in the episode where it's like they can bring 3 on and still be fine. You can bring 3 quarterbacks on. So I was like, oh, that's right. Like, maybe they could bring 3. Now the Bears did it differently last season, right? With Nathan Peterman, they basically put him on the practice squad. They would cut him, They would re-sign him to the roster. They would put him on the practice. Nathan Peterman was signing a contract every other week. You know what I mean? He was basically just like signing his checks. But the fact that now you can bring 3 on, I do think that it's interesting to see. I don't think that the Austin Reed situation is a competition to me, just because I think that Brett Rypien he's already been in the system. He understands the system. He knows it like the back of his hand already.
Of a vet, yeah.
I think that gives him a leg up over a guy like Austin Reed.
But see, even in the comments, and I agree with Happy. From what I've seen, both of those guys have performed better, in the preseason so far than Tyson, which is why I'm like, is it up in the air? I understand Tyson probably is the QB2. I don't think there's that much of a competition there, but it just looks to be that they're a little bit better in performance right now. So that's why I was asking that question.
Oh, for sure. Listen, I think that they've both been better than. I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's an end of camp conversation, though. Right? I think that they've both been better than Tyson, but neither of them have been better than Tyson in real games.
Yeah.
Tyson has real game experience that gives him a little bit of a leg up here.
Yeah, even off of what we've seen from Reed though, because we know the first game got cut short. Which, hey, phenomenal joking by the way. 2 for 2. Perfect passer rating.
Perfect passer rating. Just needed a touchdown by Fluke.
Just needed the tub. But I mean, yeah. So you think you think Bagent is still over Reed even in the 2 games that we've seen?
Now, the reason why Reed may end up getting the edge is, like I said, because he's been in this system. He understands the system. He played in this system with the Rams, so he's got an understanding of it.
You mean Rypien?
I mean, yes.
Rypien.
I mean Rypien. I'm sorry. He's basically played in 3 games in total.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm wrong. He's played in 10 games in total. He started 3 or 4 games in total. He's kind of been, if we being real, he's been very Tyson Bagent like, where 5 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 59 quarterback rating. Some seasons he's had great. He completed 67% of his passes in 2020. That was only in 1 game though. Right, as you've seen him have to do a little bit more, he has struggled a little bit more, but there is a comfortableness with this system. I think that maybe this could become a conversation, but to me, it's an end of camp conversation, and it only becomes a conversation if Shane Waldron wants his guy to be the backup.
I just feel like both quarterbacks look really good in spurts. Those backups are usually good for like a good game or a spell for the starter if he's going out with a minor injury real quick and comes back out of the tent. But over a span of time, you don't want those guys out there that long. But yeah, man, we'll see. I also want to just point out the fact, just going back to Hard Knocks, man. Rome Odunze really impressed me, but I'm sorry. I think there was a little overhyped with the whole "Kiss Kiss" song. Like
I tweeted that last night.
Hey,
that ain't it. That ain't it.
Yeah, I don't know if he killed it. Everybody was hyping him up.
That ain't it. Cause why are you rapping like you got beef?
Let's calm down. Right.
Also, bro, fishnet armband. What's going on?
It was crazy.
What I thought was
great? What I thought was great about the fishnet armband was that it was Caleb who was killing him, who's always getting killed for his wardrobe and different things like that, which tells you like I'm cool with joking. Yeah, I mean it's like listen, as much as they talk about me, I'm gonna talk about you. You gonna catch these strays too. I thought that was great. Listen, I'm not expecting my athletes. You know what I mean? Like if Keenan Allen went up there, who is like a world class
singer, I heard he could sing though.
Bro, he was on The Masked Singer.
Yeah, he was on the
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
And I think he won it, if I'm not mistaken, right? Which is dirty. Yeah, I mean, I feel like The Masked Singer should be mugs that like I've heard sing before. Like, ain't nobody never heard Keenan Allen sing. But Keenan Allen's like a phenomenal singer. I'm not expecting Oh, my bad. You are right. This is
Oh
facts.
snap!
Well, Don Quixote, what we doing?
Over 100 in the
Come on with
chat.
it. Yes.
If y'all have not done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. As I said to this HBO intern to try and get him to release the tapes yesterday.
Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push a button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what she said. I wish I could play the full version on the show.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
one of the favorite scenes of the movie because she's like, push the goddamn button. Like Chris Tucker, like, hey, hold on now. All right. You heard what she said.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what was funnier, the episode or the Twitter war that happened because people were waiting on
Bro.
the episode to drop.
Telling you, bro.
I mean, I screenshotted somebody said it was the great delay of 2024. Like it's somehow Ryan Pace's fault. Then they shot screen of him, peeking behind the doorway.
Yeah. Bro, I'm
cracked
telling
me
you
up.
right now, bro. You pissed off the wrong people.
People actually broke their TVs.
You
Marriages
pissed off-
were in trouble.
Bro, I don't know if you saw it. First off, I love Bears fans because we will go at each other and it will be war. But when we turn on you,
It's over.
yeah,
Bro,
like we'll go at
hey,
each other, right? Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, offensive line, defensive line, Hey, we heard that the Bears don't have good quarterbacks. Hey, what you said, bitch?
I was gonna say you want
When we turn on you, HBO had no idea what they unleashed last night, bro.
Hey,
man.
you want to know what that's the equivalent to? You know when like you cooking somebody back and forth, and then a random person just come in and try
Bro,
to
yeah,
cook.
bro. Man,
It's like-
boy,
man, shut up.
You got Clyde
That
Hopkins
was
for
finna get on
shoes,
you.
boy, your hairline trash, and then you just hear somebody go, yeah, your hairline is trash.
Like, man,
Boy, you get your big where everybody get Bro, it was on HBO last night. My favorite thing about it was I tweeted out a picture. Y'all know that picture of that like old lady that's locked in the bird cage.
yes.
I tweeted that mug out. I quote tweeted. I said, "Grandma doesn't get out until." Hold on, I gotta see if I can pull this up because it was such a phenomenal exchange by another Bears fan with me.
United, we are unstoppable.
Bro,
That's
I'm
hilarious.
telling you, bro, when we put our minds together, bro, like if we really want to get on your heels, it's over, bro. You have nothing that you can do. Hold on. So I thought this was phenomenal. I want to give old boy his credit for getting in on the joke. So I was like, Granny doesn't get out until Hard Knocks is released. I don't even know whose grandmother this is. And then the first tweet underneath it is from Daniel. Please, Sports Max, hurry. Pat has my grandmother hostage.
Dude, that's epic. That is epic.
I saw somebody blame Claypool for the delay.
That face, that gift never gets old.
Stop.
Oh, I just
Yeah, Chase
loved
Claypool
it.
is at fault too. You dang right,
Oh,
Don Quixote.
bro. That's because he was calling Muggs bands, bro. We blaming him too. It was phenomenal. It was a
Everybody can
great
get the
night on
smoke.
Twitter. You very rarely get those nights on Twitter where it's just such a great night, bro. But that was priceless last night.
Hey, number one trending. Yep.
I'm trying to think. What else from Hard Knocks? I got to turn this off. I keep laughing at this tweet now.
Dude,
I got to think what else. The other thing I thought that was really good on Hard Knocks last night, outside of the Austin Reed story, was the Ian Wheeler story. I don't know if I would advise choosing being an NFL player over being a doctor. But yes, Brandon Truth, shout out to that. For legal purposes, there were no grandmothers locked up due to Hard Knocks being put away.
everybody calm down.
He said FBI Pat was joking on Twitter last night. There were no grandmothers locked up in the making of this Hard Knocks. But no, I just think that seeing the Ian Wheeler story of like he's been accepted to Harvard Medical School.
Yeah.
Which I don't really know how medical schools rank anymore, but is Harvard still number one? Like, ain't that the biggest one that you can
I'm
come
gonna be
from?
honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would
I
assume they're
think
up
it's
there.
one of them, but
Somebody,
I would assume
somebody
they're up
that's
there.
somebody that's qualified to go to college. Let me know because I didn't.
'Cause,
I had a 4-year degree to CLC. That's a 2-year school, baby.
Yep.
But
High school diploma.
here we go, baby. Here we go. Nothing like a GED. No, I'm just playing. I got my diploma. I did graduate. I graduated. You can get through anything if magic made it. But no,
What's
Nice
gonna
part of
keep those guys warm at night, buddy? Those degrees.
those degrees. I thought that it was phenomenal to see, and y'all know me as somebody who's a dreamer, and who's an accomplished dreamer, should I say? Somebody
Yeah, I was
who
about to
knows
say
how
you're
to
a doer.
follow him. Somebody who knows how to get after him. I just love the fact that it's not just Ian Wheeler making medical school and choosing the NFL. It's the fact that he got into medical school, he's choosing the NFL, and he's cooking in every opportunity he's been given. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. The thought of Ian Wheeler going on the practice squad is not good for me because he's going to be on someone's team.
Yeah.
They're going to pick him up. He is a really good player. Also, Hard Knocks is really bringing attention to a lot of these guys even closer. You don't think other teams are watching this for a little bit closer view? I don't care what, like, everybody's like, nah, I didn't really watch it. I mean, all the players, all the coaches, nah, I didn't really take the time to sit down and watch it and stuff like that. I bet you people around the league are like, oh, I like that Wheeler guy. Just seeing how he played in that Buffalo game, of course. How he runs hard, he runs fast, he gets after it. I don't know how he is as a pass catcher, but I mean, listen, he's a really good player. He's been one of my takeaway players from camp, one of the stars, and I think Hard Knocks is going to make him even more of a star.
Yeah, I think that's a credit to the Bears organization, man. You have a spotlight on some of these guys that aren't really going to that are going to be like on the fringes of making this roster. And with us having a really deep running back room, we already know we were talking about Khalil Herbert probably not making the team, so we kind of figured that okay, Ian Wheeler probably is not going to be there. So him being showcased, and credit to him also being an intelligent guy and pursuing things outside of football, but also being a really good football player. Like, the two can be the same. So I was impressed with that as well.
It is wild to hear doctor and football in the same sentence.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna shout that out too, because immediately the first thing I thought about was Josh Dobbs, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
let's not forget Josh Dobbs is low key. He was about to be he working on he working on airplanes, bro. So I mean, it's like when you're going into different fields and absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely a shout out to you. I saw somebody bring up the Velus in the mix. Listen, I just wanted to point this out. Don't ever say
Ringo's a running back guy, guys.
Don't ever say that these mugs did not try to give him a chance.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, bro.
Don't ever say that these mugs did not try to get. What do you do? Like, and
so what do you do here?
He had the touchdown. He had the touchdown. Granted, but it's getting to a point where it's literally like, we're trying to get you to do something, and it's getting to the point. It's like, okay, what are you good at? He got to have information on somebody at this point.
I wonder if it's because of what I just said, that there's going to be more of a focal point. So maybe they wanted to make this a story because Velus is going to get a lot more looks from the other 31 teams. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to be. I wonder if that's kind of a story around this where somebody becomes enamored by his speed and his size. Because I was having this argument with Herb Howard the other day, and shout out to Herb, a great reporter up there. And he's a Velus guy. I mean, he loves Velus. He's like, you put the ball in his hands, you just let him go to work. And I'm like, go to work doing what?
When?
Cooking hooters.
How? When?
I don't understand. And I get it, right? It's his third day at running back. They brought that out. He ends up scoring a touchdown. That's cool. But it's outside zone run. When you give him the ball outside, he's got the speed. Fine. I get all of that. But bro, like, I don't think that there's a place for him on this current team. And that's really what it comes. It's not that Velus can't play somewhere else. It's not that he can't get on with a team and be successful, but he's not better than Ian Wheeler, and Ian Wheeler is the fourth running back on this roster. And you saw it immediately. You saw Velus Jones out there looking like a tall dude running a football, and then you saw Ian Wheeler come in and look like a running back. So, like the as much screen time as Velus Jones got, I was like, I wonder how much of this is the Bears going, hey, let's throw him out there so that everybody can see him. Like, this is the best time to do this.
We don't want any more questions about what's happening.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a lot of confidence in the Velus Jones running back experiment, but maybe it works. Maybe he's a utility player, and maybe, you know, this new kickoff rule was supposed to do more for him. I mean, he immediately muffs one. They showed that in the game as well. You know what I mean? Like, immediately muffs one. I don't know. I'm running out of my Velus Jones patient is at his wit's end, and then he became a running back, so you know it instantly dropped even more.
Yeah. There's my Nate Davis patience, and then Velus is right under that. So we're good. Last thing for me, Pat, I was impressed with, and this guy's been getting a lot of smoke just for being a good husband for whatever reason. People hate a really good husband. You know, this like toxic community. Jonathan Owens, man, shouting out Simone Biles and his time when he was in Paris, and I think they showed a video of them competing against each other in the ropes. Bro, she smoked the mess out of that dude. I was like, dang, that girl can go. She's like, yeah. Like, why don't you put her up against Nate Davis in the ropes?
Hey, bro, I remember that. I remember when she posted that on Instagram, and at that point, Jonathan Owens was a Packer, so I think I said something like, of course a Packer lost. But, bro, what I was impressed by was, like, Jonathan Owens was doing, and he was moving quick, but he's got his legs, you know, he's throwing his legs with him. She cooked him all upper body strength, bro.
Dude, her legs were like this the whole way up. It was like an elevator.
He's sitting there. He's like, She's like, all right, let me get up this rope real quick. I'm like, what the heck was that, bro?
Jesus.
Straight arms, bro. She was on point.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And here's the thing. He got up the rope fast.
Yeah.
Like, she smokes him, but it's like he got up there way quick.
He would have killed us.
I don't do nothing with no rope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm not climbing no ropes. I didn't get on the Hard Knocks post game show over on ESPN last night because we got the episode mad late. So I was sitting there rewatching it while they were live. But Tom Waddle was sitting there talking about how they did like that was a thing they just did in high school. Like, you did the ropes in high school, and that was a part of it. And Joniak was talking about how you had to do gymnastic rings in high school, and I was like, these were things.
What,
like
gymnastic ring?
Like, you had to do the rings, I guess, like hold yourself up and like flip and all. No clue, no clue, bro. But with all that being said, it's impressive to see because like I would never be like, yeah, I can climb a rope. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I'm ever in peril on the side of a cliff, it's over. I'm going down. If I'm holding on a rope like in a movie, yeah, it's over. You know what I mean?
No kind of effort, huh?
I need Vin Diesel. It's like, oh, do I got family? Nope. All right, bet. I'll see y'all.
Family.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
I
was gonna mention too.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna mention too. Because I don't know if we touched on it yet, dude. I didn't realize how tall Austin Booker actually is, and he can move.
Yeah,
he can move.
He's gonna be impressive.
Absolutely see now why they call him a poor man's Max Crosby. His motor is just different. Once they get him to hone in on that skill, because I said this before. I feel like by year 2, he listen, he might shut me up. Year 1, he may get like some real deal run, possibly. But by year 2, if this dude sticks with it, with his type of drive, hey, the Bears the Bears gonna have a steal, bro.
Yeah,
I
I'd say
think they already got a steal.
Yeah, I'd
you're
say
right.
this with Austin Booker, and there's a big belief that if he had come back to Kansas, he would have again had a solid season, and that he would have been able to get into the top 2 rounds as
Yeah.
far as defensive ends go. There's a heavy belief on that around him. Austin Booker to me is the standout of training camp, the standout of preseason. I think that he has a possibility to be a steal of this draft. We talked about this yesterday. You know, are the Bears going to just ride with the young guys, or are they going to go out there and try and add somebody? I think when you see at every turn, every opportunity that Austin Booker has been given and how he's been able to go out there and prove successful, I'm going to be real with you. Like, I like DeMarcus Walker, but I don't for a second think that Austin Booker can't take his spot. Because with every opportunity given, he's been able to get through. Now, Austin Booker has not done as well against the run. He doesn't set an edge nearly well enough yet, so I don't think that this is a early in the season move. I think there's still some growth that needs to come from him. But as far as a pass rusher, I mean, if you're talking about a situational pass rusher to throw out there, I think he's a name that you got to keep an eye on. I said that I made this comparison early, and I stand by it. I think he's a Chase Young type of player. Yes, he's 20 pounds lighter, but I think that he is a Chase Young type of player. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but Chase Young, he doesn't set the run. He doesn't. Well, Chase Young at top 10, or what was Chase Young, a top 15 pick, something like that. Is a high pick. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit out on
absolutely.
that. But Chase Young in the 5th
top 5
round.
pick, I think.
He was a top 5 pick. I don't remember where Chase Young went in the draft. I ain't gonna lie to you. After the draft was over, I'm done.
Yeah, Ohio State.
Chase Young draft. Let's see.
Yeah, he was definitely a top pick. I look, I remember that conversation. I just said if you add a motor to Chase Young, because I think one of the issues that Chase Young has had is sometimes his motor fizzes out, as we've seen. Like, you know, he can go hot and he can go cold. I don't think you have that problem with Austin Booker, which is why I like the Max Crosby comparison, because Max Crosby, his hair is on fire all the time. Like, I just think that's
second.
You know, you get that mix, man.
Yeah,
that's
I was gonna say, I know it's top 5.
Yeah, yeah, he first.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
But you were saying about Crosby, JC?
No, I was just saying Max Crosby, I think, is a better comparison because of the adrenaline, the aggression, the motor, the relentlessness. Like, that's what I compare Austin to. When I saw the tape, like, you can tell he doesn't have a problem in his drive. Like, you know, that's not the issue. That's something you can't really teach, which I think could potentially separate him from like a Chase Young comparison.
And I think what's why you see that drive, why you see the consistency of the drive, why you see him attack the way that he does, is because at the end of the day, right, he's somebody who's always been doubted. He's somebody who's always been told, you know, you're not good enough to be here. You're not good enough to be, you know, the starter in this situation. You know what I mean? Like that to me is that creates a different kind of player. It creates a different kind of motor, because it creates a motor of like, I have no choice but to go. If I don't go, I will be fired.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that is the biggest difference.
You play like your job is on the line all the time. Yep.
Yeah, and if you do that, exactly, you play like your job's on the line. And if you do that, you're able to create. You're able to create magical moments, man. You're able to create moments of when somebody else is willing to give up. When there's a left tackle that says this play is over, you don't say this play is over. And that is something that we clearly see from Austin Booker. And so I do think he's a steal of the draft. Anything else stood out to y'all boys from Hard Knocks before we get up out of here, man? All right. That's how you do it right there. Everybody got just
Hey, real quick though.
That's it.
Now you got something real quick. Now you were too slow. It wasn't real quick.
Now, hey, 2.5 years to learn all the raps.
Oh, I thought actually great call on that. I thought that was some great insight that you don't get to see. That's the stuff I want to see. I'm not gonna lie. The behind the scenes stuff, the football stuff, I get a chance to see. I know everybody don't get a chance to see that, but I don't really care as much about like the football side of it. Mm-hmm. It's cool to see, but I've been talking about these same conversations for the whole camp. But I love the fact that they're sitting here training him for the ref. And dare I say, this is probably something that Flus learned dealing with Fields, because you got to know how to work the refs over, because Justin Fields never got a call. He was here for 3 years. I don't think he ever got a roughing the quarterback call in his time here. Now, I'm being facetious there. Of course, he got a couple of them, but definitely was under. And so I think with Caleb Williams, you kind of have to you have to try and get the work over the refs. You have to know their tendencies. You have to know, what they do. I love the fact that there's analytics on these refs, like there are. Like I always do it for the NBA because Tony Brothers, one of the worst out there. But when you look at the Hayes said the glizzy ice cream. Yeah, we talked about that, Hayes. That was nuts. It was nuts, bro. Glizzy ice cream is crazy. But when you talk about preparing your quarterback for everything that he's going to see, I love the fact that that's something they're preparing him for. This is this ref's tendency. This is what you need to know his name, try and get cool with him. Because the thing is, when you hear these mugs argue with the refs, very rarely are they arguing with him as if it's impersonal. When they're long-term players, when they're 10, 15-year players in the league, right? It's usually like, come on, Jeff.
I was gonna say that.
They be calling them mugs out by name. They be like, Tony, what are you doing, brother? You got to make that call. I mean, so, but like when you build that rapport with them, you get to say more, you get to talk more, you get to do more. And I think that is something that's very valuable to Caleb Williams' future, because if you have that rapport, refs are more willing to give you those calls. Refs are more willing to work with you. And at the quarterback position, I want to see my quarterback get the calls. We saw Justin Fields not get any, and probably for most of his career won't get any because of how mobile he is. I want to see him. I want to see Caleb Williams work these refs over and listen, give me some of them Brady calls where it is magical that he got called.
Hey, facts.
But I've had 30 years of not getting that call. Give me that call. I don't care no more. I don't care how we get it.
I was gonna say too, like, to that point, you definitely want to do it when you get into those primetime games with those reference crews, because it'll be like, I mean, it'll be exactly like you said. Hey, what's up, John? How's the fam? You get into the game, you get hit. Hey, bro. I know you saw that. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. And then the next time it happens, 15 yards out down the field. So,
and it's just part of the game.
Yeah.
That is gamesmanship. Yeah, that's a part of the game. Guess what? Yeah. That's what the quarterback on the other side is going to do. That's what you need to be doing. That's what Aaron Rodgers does. That's what Tom Brady did. That's what Peyton Manning did. That's what Phillip Rivers did. They knew how to work the refs. So you have to have that rapport. And guess what? If you get a referee and crew that you hate, you're probably not going to get calls. So you got to know that going into the game as well. Oh, man, every time we go with these muds, bro, they call us terribly. Oh God, this is not gonna go our way today. All right, we gotta do something. Having that knowledge tells you what you need to do in the game. Maybe
on point.
Because it was one year. I'm not gonna lie. I think that they was doing it. They was doing this for Richard Sherman, I believe, and it was like a preseason game. And he was talking to one of the refs. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know. I heard you went on vacation to. How was this?" And I'm like, bro, and if you think about it, bro, that actually helps, because hey, you might get away with a little hold here, you might get away with a little, pushing and shoving here,
building up a rapport with these guys.
It's gonna matter down the line.
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought that was real cool.
Oh, I thought it was great to see, man. Hey, man, let us know your thoughts from Hard Knocks. My worst thing from Hard Knocks is definitely the glizzy ice cream. That was crazy. Like I gotta check this spot out. First off, as a family man, like with a wife and kid, like I was like, this just been hiding out here, and now the price is finna go crazy, dog. I bet you. Let me look this up. Let me see what the price for this spot is right now.
Got the spotlight on it. Yeah, they finna raise their price.
Because now it's a spotlight on it, bro. Museum of Ice Cream. Right now, it costs $32 to get in, maybe $43. It say $43 to get in. Let's see how long that lasts. Oh, it already went up. Hold on, because this got two different prices. It say tickets from the official site on Google. Just when you look it up, $24. Oh, maybe that because this is from third party sites. Okay, that might be why. Oh, nope, it's already up to 40. They already doubling, bro. Come on. I'm gonna pay. It was a cool spot. It was a cool little spot.
Yesterday's prices, not today's price.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd have doubled my prices if I was on HBO's Hard Knocks too. Because you got to think, it's not just like that's the thing about doing it in a real city. And yeah, that's a shot to all other cities because y'all got some fake cities out here. Y'all got some municipalities in this country. Like y'all be like, we're a city. No, you're not. You're a collection of people that just moved in there. Like, dang. Bro, I'm sorry. Like, move to a real city. I like to be in the rural area. Well, enjoy the foxes. But like to me, when you talk about building a business in a city like Chicago that you know the world is coming to, that's the thing. It's not just like dudes from the United States or people from Canada or Mexico. The world comes to Chicago. Every day when I'm sitting there on when we do the post game show, never fails, no matter the time. Maybe I need to stop being out there so late sometimes. There's always a family of Asian tourists who are from Asia because they are taking pictures of everything. And every time they stop at ESPN studio, take a picture of me, smile, put themselves in the picture, and roll off. And it's just like, they have no idea who I am. They're just happy to be here. When you get that kind of publicity, oh yeah, I'm raising my prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, HBO is everywhere. You at that level of publicity? I'm at least doubling. $42 ain't still bad. As long as it stay under 100. Nah, stay under 70. You stay under 70, I'll still pull up. You get the $100 tickets, $70 tickets.
under 70.
I'm not pulling up for plastic sprinkles, bro.
Just give me my money.
Give me my money.
Give money.
Hey, bro, the Scottie Pippen one is my favorite. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I said. Just give me my money. Whatever. Oh no! Shout out Scottie Pippen, man. Stop, get all that hate out your heart. Hey, follow us on everything at I went to the wrong one. Follow us on everything.
God.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. That was sad. How do I? Sorry. Follow us on everything, man, at the Windy City Breeze. Follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. For Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan Nadon. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love. Peace. Oh, wait, before we go. We didn't do this. Over 200 in the chat!
200. Yeah, 200.